This conference will now be recorded.
All right. All right. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for coming. Tonight is Tuesday, April 16th, 5 o'clock meeting, our regular Board of Trustees. We do the call to order there, Dave?
Mr. Bishop Crandall?
Here.
Mr. Zenoi?
Here.
Mr. Mahoney?
Here, sorry.
Simcoe here.
All right. Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Do we have the approval of the minutes from March 20th, the regular meeting minutes?
You guys, because John was there.
Correct.
You and I would, okay, yeah. Second. Okay, Mr. Crandall? Abstain. Okay, Mr. Zenoi?
Yes.
Mr. Mahoney?
Yes, and how about the minutes from April 2nd, regular meeting minutes?
I'll move approval.
And second.
Okay. Mr. Crandall?
Yes.
Mr. Zenoi?
I'll abstain, I was absent.
Mr. Mahoney?
Yes.
Okay.
Any additions or deletions to the agenda, Oliver?
Nothing for administration.
Okay, thank you. We don't have anybody signed up for the agenda, but we do have somebody for the non-agenda items. We'll get to that. Rob, road and service, please. You got a brief report, I heard.
That's what I hear. Good evening. I've previously submitted the quarterly report. Unless you have any other questions about it, I'll move on to my resolutions.
That'll be online for everybody's review if they have any questions at a later date.
I
Okay.
like the way you summarize the quarters. That's pretty impressive, your work on. Thanks, Rob.
You're welcome. Okay, first resolution is 24072. This is to approve the plan and advertise for bid the Trellis Way Storm Sewer Improvement Project. This is a storm sewer extension from along Trellis Way, north of Whiteford, west of Whiteford.
Any questions, guys? I'll offer resolution 24072 to bid for Trellis Way Storm Sewer Improvement.
Second? No, go ahead, Tim.
Okay, Mr. Crandall?
Yes.
Mr. Zenoi?
Yes.
Mr. Mahoney?
Yes.
Thank you. Next, resolution 24077. This is to approve the Lucas County Solid Waste Management District Amendment Draft Solid Waste Management Plan. On a regular basis, the county sanitary engineer is required to update their solid waste plan and get the approval of a certain percentage of the municipalities, being Sylvania Township is the largest municipality within the county. They like to see us approve of the plan. I did not see any flags in the updated plan, and I had previously sent you some of those comments.
Questions? I'll offer resolution 24077 to approve the Lucas County Waste Management District Amended Draft Solid Waste Management Plan.
Second. Mr. Crandall?
Yes.
Mr. Zenoi?
Yes.
Mr. Mahoney?
Yes.
Thank you. Last resolution, 24078. This is authorizing participation in ODOT road salt contracts in 2024. This would be the 2024-25 winter salt contract. There's a lot of language there. Basically, it says that whatever the amount we put down that we're requesting to be on the contract for, we will purchase 90% of it.
What's the tonnage price this year?
Well, the tonnage price this year is 54.32, but this is for our contract pricing. We don't know yet. So once the cooperative purchasing, everybody comes together, they get a total tonnage, send it to bid, and we'll get the price later. We'll be requesting a significant lower amount than we normally do this year.
How many tons are we?
We normally request 1,600 tons annually. I only put 300 on this year. We have a stockpile of salt from the last 2 seasons that we've been stockpiling. So we had to build a temporary facility for it out on lot 4. So,
Thank you.
but once we're on the contract, we can always purchase more off the contract if needed, if the weather becomes.
I'll offer resolution 24078 for ODOT salt contracts.
Second.
Mr. Crandall?
Yes.
Mr. Mahoney?
Yes.
Mr. Genowine?
Thanks.
Thank you. Oliver? Evening.
Good evening, trustees and fiscal officer Simcoe. The first resolution under the administrator's category is 24065 to accept a street lighting petition and set a date for the hearing. This is for Quarry Ridge, Plat 4, and the hearing would be set for May 7th at 5 p.m. Glad to answer any questions the board may have.
I'll offer resolution 24065 to accept street lighting petition.
Second.
Mr. Crandall?
Yes.
Mr. Genowine?
Yes.
Mr. Mahoney?
Yes.
Second resolution is 24073, a resolution to secure an unsafe and insecure building at 6047 and 6049 Red Oak. This is a property that has been in front of the board previously last year for a securing of the property. Upon further inspection, it was noted that the property is insecure, and this would provide us the updated ability to secure the property.
Questions, anybody? I'll offer resolution 24073 for secure, unsafe, and secure building at Red Oak Drive, Sylvania Township.
Second.
Mr. Crandall?
Yes.
Mr. Genowine?
Yes.
Mr. Mahoney?
Yes.
And the third resolution is 24056, approving the first amended joint economic development district with the city of Sylvania and the board of trustees of Sylvania Township. The requisite public hearing was held at the April 2nd meeting. I would be glad to answer any questions the board may have on this topic.
I'll offer resolution 24056 approving a JED, Joint Economic Development District with the city of Sylvania and Sylvania Township.
Second.
Mr. Crandall?
Yes.
Mr. Genowine?
Yes.
Mr. Mahoney?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Oliver. Dave, fire away.
Yep. Well, you see our fiscal report that you've all had a copy of, and it's really just for the first 3 months of the year, and so I wouldn't put too much into the revenue aspects of it, because the revenue comes at different times, sometimes from the treasurer's office and that, and so sometimes you get a little bit earlier than later. But anyway, I think we should focus on the expenses, and we're doing very well on our expenses. Everyone is below what they projected to be on expenses. So I think that's a very, very good sign for us, and that the departments are keeping an eye on their expenditures that we have. And so if you don't have any questions, I have resolution 24-074, township appropriation from unencumbered balance. Those are just some small items there that we need to move around a bit.
Questions? I'll offer resolution 24074, township appropriation from encumbered balance.
Second.
Mr. Crandall?
Yes.
Mr. Genowine?
Yes.
Mr. Mahoney?
Yes.
And next I have resolution 24-075, and it's some advancement of funds, and has to do with the fire grant fund and the fire fund. As you know, we have to advance these monies to purchase these things, and then we have to move money around when we get reimbursed for it.
I'll offer resolution 24075, advance of funds.
Second.
Mr. Crandall?
Yes.
Mr. Genowine?
Yes.
Mr. Mahoney?
Yes.
And lastly, resolution 24076 is a transfer again of appropriations where we have monies within a line item, and we will be interdepartment transferring. So we're just moving money around a little bit to maybe one account is a little bit short, and so we move it an account that has more money in it, and it's fine within the department's budget.
I'll offer resolution 24076, appropriation, transfer appropriations.
Second.
Mr. Crandall?
Yes.
Mr.
Yes.
Genowine?
Yes.
Mr. Mahoney?
Yes.
That's all I have.
All right, we've got one person assigned in, Hannah Kuchar. Is it Harrelsfield
That's right.
3903, come on up. Thank you for coming tonight.
Hello. So my name is Hanya Kucher. I live in
I'm sorry, is it Hannah or Tanya?
Hanya with an H.
Okay, Hanya, okay,
Yes.
sorry about that.
So I live in Farmbrook, which is Sylvania Township. It's right below Olander and next to Boulevard Church of Christ. So last week I spoke with Todd Soames, who's the City of Toledo Commissioner of Water Distribution, and I put a question into him about Chapter 937, which is the part of the Toledo Municipal Code which applies to smart water meters. So my question was, when I go to the Toledo Smart Meters webpage, it says that the meter replacement is mandatory and there's no option to opt out. And I just checked it, sitting here to make sure it still says that. And it says all meters must comply with requirements and specifications established by the Department of Public Utilities per Toledo Municipal Code, Chapter 937. When I looked at Chapter 937, specifically 02 and 03, so again, I just checked it here to make sure it still says this. It says nothing in the chapter shall be construed as compulsory, and it goes on to say the provisions of Section 937.03 shall not apply to a consumer that elects to continue to own their existing meter. So as you can see, they're directly in conflict with each other. He suggested I ask the City of Toledo law director, and I emailed him. He hasn't gotten back to me yet, but I figured since there was a, Sylvania Township meeting, I might as well come here and ask you the same question. So when I asked him if 937 applies to me in Sylvania, he said yes, even though it's municipal code for the City of Toledo owns the meter. But when I emailed Samantha Didion, the executive assistant for Sylvania Township, she emailed me back to say no municipal codes apply in the township. So as a woman living in Sylvania Township, does Chapter 937 apply to me?
Well, it's Toledo water, but it's via the county. You get yellow hydrants, don't you there? You're on the county system. Across the street's the city system. I don't know the answer to that. Toledo, I think, does own the meters, even on the county system. I'm pretty sure we could check that, and I'm sure Oliver could get back to you.
Oliver?
It's kind of confusing.
Our administrator.
Okay, well, before I leave, maybe I can get an email address and forward the same information.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for coming tonight. Okay, John, you've got a few things, Crandall, you've got a few things to discuss tonight, huh? I see a timeline for,
Yeah, I reviewed it. Oliver came up with the timeline.
okay,
Looks fine to me.
okay.
Was a little more aggressive. We'll see if we can do it.
Yeah, well, you can stay as long as you want, so.
No, what I meant was, it usually takes us longer than we think.
That's right.
At least we're getting started.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. All right, with that being said, we're going to go into executive session at 5:13.
So we got back to finance.
Oh, I apologize, straight ahead, yes.
Yeah, well, I was wondering,
Thank you.
could the four of us split it? I think a table's $300. I won't be going, but maybe Oliver could put a table together, the four elected officials.
Is that a fundraiser for straight ahead?
Yeah, it's coming up. Remember she gave us a sheet?
She did, yes.
There's a sheet on the table.
Yeah, okay. I'll take a look at that.
I think a table's 300, I'm not sure. I don't remember. I don't think it told the number of seats, but I thought maybe the four of us could split a table.
Yeah.
And then Oliver could get people to go. At least try to help them some way.
Yeah, sounds like a great idea.
Appreciate your comments there. With that being said, at 5:14, we're going to go into executive session. We're going to have a couple of different folks in. Are we going first with Chief Toth? Okay, Chief Toth. Sorry, Chief Toth. The chief. That'll be the first, and then we'll let Chief out, and then we'll bring in Chris, Jeff, John Burrell, the attorney, Oliver, Lulu, you going? You come with us? Yeah. Lulu's coming with us, and us four for executive session to discuss personnel appointment, compensation, and discipline. Oh, hi, Laura. I didn't even see you back there. Nice to see you. Second.
Okay, hang on, Jay. Mr. Crandall?
Yes.
Mr. Genoway?
Yes.
Mr. Mahoney?
Yes.
Hey, Neil.
Yeah.
This
Good.
conference will now
Thanks
be
for doing that.
recorded.
All right, we're back out of executive session at 6:45. That's a motion to go out of executive session?
Second.
Okay. Mr. Crandall?
Yes.
Mr. Genowine?
Yes.
Mr. Mahoney?
Yes.
And there's no action being taken tonight, and I offer a motion to adjourn at 6:45.
Second.
Mr. Crandall?
Yes.
Mr. Genowine?
Yes.
Mr. Mahoney? Yes. All right, thanks, everybody.